Okay, I think we're live. Okay, let me double check. Good morning, happy Friday if you're in already. Oh gosh, I get so carried. Do you get really distracted when you're gonna go and look for a certain notification or a certain message from a friend or something that you need to do, and then you see something else? It's just designed to absolutely distract the hell out of you. Really, and I so easily distracted. So there you go. My focus is not, it's never there. So I need to work really hard on my focus. Do you have that same issue? I bet we do. We all more or less have, don't we? I've got it like really hard. Okay, I can hear myself at everyone. So if you're tuning in, guess what we're doing today? Week's wins of the week Friday. And it's Friday, my tongue gets it twisted. Every Friday my tongue gets super twisted. Oh, my hair. Sorry, really, really sorry about my hair. It's just really, it looked nice at the time. And now I'm looking at it, it's like really, really crazy. But hey, copy link. And let's put it there. Live now. And let's put that there. Okay, so hopefully a couple of you can jump in. Hopefully. So I've jumped in very late today. It's been a bit of a nightmare morning this morning. 2 teenagers in the house weren't having it. Honestly, it's so hard. I mean, if you're a mom of teenagers, 2 girls, it's just absolutely, some days they're absolutely tough. And other days they're super cool because it's such a great age as well. They're slowly becoming little, adults. So there are moments in the week or that we have a lot of fun and we can have these, the banter and all that. But most often than not, my goodness, I mean, I was also a nightmare, to be honest. I think, probably I was worse. I don't know, because my mum was so relaxed and chill, or she looked anyway. La Pobre, I really now want to go and say to her, I'm so sorry, Mum. I'm just so sorry for being such a nutter when I was younger. Okay, let's get cracking because I can start relaxing, and then if nobody's there, I'll start veering off to other things instead of what I really want to touch upon today. I've got my t-shirt on because I was thinking this morning, what are my wins? And I'm going to read through the wins from you guys. Not so many this time around. I want more wins. And so as you come into the chat or replay, please put your win already here. If you haven't done already in the WhatsApp. And I was thinking this morning, what are my wins of the week? And of course, I've got lots. And I've been stricken again with a bloody shoulder. It's really painful all the time. But my wins have got to probably be just keeping the discipline and the focus on getting this better now. Because I've got, I need to keep going. I can't stop. My work is my physical. So I need to keep going. And I'm trying to think of what can I do for my wins? What can I do, Natalie? I've been doing my rehab, even though I'm in pain and so forth. Okay, that's good, a good win. And then I thought, I'm looking for a t-shirt this morning, and I saw the marathon one, the half marathon I did a few years back in Seville. And I said, you know what? I'm going to put this on and I'm going to feel grateful of what I achieved that day. It was so bloody tough. And if you've done a half marathon or anything like that, you'll know what's involved. It's really tough. And it's something that you've always been thinking of, to put your name down. Don't leave it till next year. Don't leave it until 2 years time, because what is on your mind now will take months anyway for you to sort of get there and do it. So if you are thinking, oh, I'll do it next year, then you're putting it off for another 2 years, or and goodness knows. So if there's anything, and I mean, excuse me, my voice, if this can be applied to anything that you are wanting to do, or anything that you really want to do, you've been wanting to do for years and decades, maybe a lifetime. There's something that you've always, your dream goal, what is it? And if you say, I'll do it next year, I'll start in September, I'll start the, you're literally putting it off. You really don't deep down know that you're going to do it. When you're going to really want to do something, the time is now. The time is now, because if not now, literally when? If not now, when? You could be here another year and you wanted to do a particular thing, and you're going to be here, sat down, still here with me, Natalie. I still haven't done what I really wanted to do. The most worrying thing for me, and the most scary thing for me, is to get to the end of my life and full of regret, full of I should have done that. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to be grateful for what I've done, of course, but at the same time, if there was something all my life I wanted to do, why the hell didn't I do it? And that's how we should be tackling every single day of our life. Like, one life, one moment here to grasp. And I don't want to sound a bit, morbid or cynical, but the older we get, the more assertive we've got to be with these decisions. Because when you're young, we've got the rest of our lifetime. Now, of course, we've got loads, left, but it's that mentality of, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it now. You're gonna jot your name down. You're gonna put your name down for that promotion. You're gonna put that name down for the event. You're gonna send that email. You're gonna have that conversation with someone. But do it now. Don't leave it till next year. Don't leave it till September. Why? Because the summer is very relaxing, and you're probably on holidays and so forth. Well, so do it now, before the summer break. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Is anybody there, by the way? I think I've missed the boat now with Doreen and anybody else. So I'm really sorry I jumped really late today. I wanted to talk to you before I get stuck in what I really wanted to talk to you about. Let's go through the wins of the week. And then I want to talk about the summer party, which I'm really excited about. Because obviously we spoke to the Dolphins yesterday, and we had a little meeting, me and Britt. So I'm getting really excited now. Let's have a look at the wins of the week. So, where am I? Your Health Hub. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not bad. Usually we get more. So as you come in, give me your wins of the week, and obviously in the WhatsApp, keep that coming. Yeah. So let's start with the first one. The first one in was Stacy. Thank you so much. I was just like, where's everybody's wins? There wasn't anybody jumping in, giving their wins. So she feels physically stronger, and I've seen that you are getting so strong, my friend. I can remember you through the whole process, and lately since January now, obviously because I've pushed you guys in the classroom, in the studio, and I have really upped our game in general at the studio. So some people, I've noticed how bloody strong you guys are. My goodness, it's like, and imagine, this is scratching the surface. Think about, next term, we're going to take it right back into even stronger. And I'm going to try and see whether I can get, heavier weights as well, because you guys are getting so strong. So then, Nadine, we have chocolate and only snacked a couple of times this week. Okay, Nadine, good. Let's get those snack attacks out of the way. You can have chocolate. You can have chocolate now and then. Yeah, don't forget wriggle rooms. Also, there's no reason to believe that you have to have your wriggle room in the weekend, right? This is something that it's been ingrained in us. We'll do really good Monday to Friday, then Saturday and Sunday, like we'll just we'll binge and have everything we want. We need to break that down a little bit, and we need to have, you know, a wriggle room maybe on a Wednesday or maybe even a Monday night, right? Scary as it sounds, but if you start playing around with that idea, you'll never have the, you know, the connection of good versus bad food, or good behavior versus bad behavior around food and around your habits. So try and switch it around. Doesn't have to be that wriggle room just on the weekends. Then it was Nicole. Nicole, I'm so happy that you came to class yesterday, because I know you have been struggling this week. So good morning. I did one morning Pilates workout this week, and last night I got a very good night's sleep. Yay! Feeling a bit more positive. Good. Daniil, I'm grateful to be where I am today, fit, healthy, and strong. Absolutely. Ditto to that. Alexandra, we sang happy birthday to Alexandra yesterday. She went all red. It was really funny to see. Morning wins of my week, starting my mornings with a nice morning walk. I saw that. It does make a difference at the start of the day. It really, really does. It just sort of like, it just gives you this absolute, you know, gosh, this has a little timer thing and it makes me really nervous. It just really, I don't know, it amplifies, I think, the day for you. The mindset shifts. Yeah, you're not, you know, you can spend the first good 4 hours of the morning like half snoozy, half sleepy. Adelaida, you're getting strong as well. 3 meals, no snacking at all this week. Well done. Doreen wins exercise every day. Wow. So yeah, it's just lovely to read these wins. It just makes my day. It makes my Friday and so forth. So guys, seeing that I'm on my own here still speaking to myself, I start to get really distracted. So I'm going to try and really narrow this down. Now, summer party, we are on a roll now. Spoke to Dolphins. All the inside is up for us only, and we're gonna have a theme. I'll let you know a little bit later. Don't worry, no fancy dress, but just a theme, right? And I'll communicate more information to you. We also will have the famous last official class. I mean, there are classes in the next week anyway for you guys. Don't worry, but it's more for the challenge girls. That is the last official class. And we'll obviously do that dive thing and so forth. So you all have to bring the usuals, you know, the bag with the dress and so forth. What else? There's going to be prizes. There's going to be awards. There's going to be a raffle. It's going to be a really, really fun evening. Of course, there's going to be food and drinks, as you all gave the £25. So with the £25, we won't have to put any more. I mean, any extra drinks out from the normal, the red wine, the white wine, and so forth, you know, and water and drinks. Then that will be paid separately. But honestly, it's just you turning up. And you know, or you do the class and you come down with us, or you just turn up at the venue and we just take it from there. So it's going to be a really, really good way to end the term, and I can't wait. Really, really excited with that. So if you are not put your name down yet, or you're thinking about it, or you're not sure, don't miss out on this amazing opportunity. We're always rushing in, rushing out. I can't even speak properly, so I'm just like always shouting things, and it's so you know, it's so frustrating for me just not being able to socialize with you guys. So that night is just going to be the perfect opportunity. You get to meet the girls from the challenge group. They are going to be in presence of my amazing members. So it's just going to be really, really lovely. So let me talk to you about something that has been very close to my heart the last few weeks. And I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be really transparent with you, because I love to be transparent and honest with my girls, right? So when I had my, when I started the beginning of January, right, changing my chip, changing the way I think about how I'm going to go about, you know, my lifestyle this year. And I really thought I had it all summed up. I thought I was doing the best way of, you know, of eating and exercising and so forth, but I clearly wasn't. I clearly wasn't, because my muscle mass was on the decline. My energy was in a decline. My body shape just wasn't shifting. I just felt sort of hollow inside, like just going through the motions. Of course, Christmas, at the back of Christmas, it always leaves you a little bit, lethargic and so forth. But I said to myself, this time around, I'm not going to go into any restrictions, any extremes. I'm not going to tear myself apart anymore. And for the first few months, like January, February, March, maybe a little bit of April, I was doing absolutely great. I was loving this new mindset. Obviously, as you guys know, I'm also doing this mentorship in UK for instructors with one of the two leading trainers in UK. And of course, that has helped me with the mindset. Of course, it has. But it also taught me that my classes, I couldn't use them as my training, and everything I had been doing so far, some of the things I was doing were just a waste of time. Now, too much cardio, not little strength training. It was just the way that we were training was too much repetition. So when we are doing weights of too much repetition, it doesn't because you can't lift heavy enough. If you did really heavy, you can't do lots of reps, right? It's hand in hand. Big heavy weights will force you to do lower reps, but it forces you to do right into that belly of that muscle. It means that doing less with heavy weights is better than doing lots of reps with medium weights, of course. And at a certain age and over, we need to go heavier than our younger counterparts because they will build muscle far easier than we ever will. So we need to go more extreme with the weight and the heavy of the weight of the dumbbells, of the kettlebells and so forth, and the barbells, rather than focusing on less and more repetition. Anyway, so I could instantly see changes that I hadn't seen in years. And the food freedom just absolutely blew me away because I wasn't losing, big. In fact, I think I've lost since January till now. I've lost 2 kilos. I was on 66, now I'm 64. I am finding it really hard to shift from 64 down. I'm not going to lie. But they told me off. From here till the end of the program, don't jump on the scale anymore because your body is going through a huge transition. It's relearning how to eat well. It's relearning how to exercise well. And also, it's really, really building muscle. So it's really now a case of you keep going as you are, keep the eye on the goal, give yourself time, breathe, chill, have rest days. All this was new to me. I mean, rest days, what is that? What is a rest day? Because at a certain age and over, you need the rest and digest. If you are doing a lot of training, day after day, after day after day after day, your body won't have the ability to heal from those training sessions. Remember, I've said it before. When you are training, you're not building muscle. You build the muscle when you are relaxing, when you are resting. Yeah. Somebody's calling me. I have no idea who that is. I'll call them back later. So when you are training, you are breaking the fibers of the muscle. And then when you are resting and you have your dietary protein right after that, you are rebuilding that body and so forth. So it's very important to rest and digest. Plus, we are naturally cortisol high. So we need to bring that down. Anyway, so I kept on going and I thought, to myself by the beginning of April, oh my God, this is just a new lease of life. It is a new lease of life. So I was really enjoying the food freedom. I mean, food freedom for me, I love eating healthy anyway, but I could have, a little bit of wriggle room here, I was always having a little wriggle room here and there, but I was fasting for more than a decade. I was restricting myself in what I could eat, and I felt always burnt out, energyless, and my body had just learned how to cope without seeing fuel coming in. So it was holding on to all this fat and all this food because it never knew when it was going to see food again. That's 90% of women in a nutshell, right? You listening to this might resonate. Okay, so we need to change that around, and the way we change that around is by no restriction and eating 3 solid meals. Include rice, include potatoes, anything that's being grown on the ground is absolutely brilliant for us. So all the root veggies, the rice and potatoes, those things are really good for us, and it won't make you fat. It just won't. It just will keep your energies going through. Now, if you listen, sorry guys, my computer is so sensitive. Any little touch, it just sends me off to another window. Hope you're still there. And so I then had my shoulder go again. And it's sort of, I was coming back from also the weekend wedding, and also my school reunion. Stacey was there, Silvana was there, and they are amazing moments. They are amazing moments, and I love those moments, but it does affect my mood the next day. I'm not gonna lie. And I think everybody here will feel, that hungover feeling. I don't get a hungover like from the alcohol so much as in the way I feel a little bit negative. The energy is not there, and I feel not so positive. So for me, it really affects me. Some other people will breeze through a hangover, but for me, it really sets me off. It will take a good 3 to 4 days for me to feel at my best again. And I don't know whether it's the autoimmune disease or the perimenopause we're all undergoing, or it's just that I'm more sensitive to things in general. So I feel that the next few days after, like big time. It affects my mood. It affects, I get on a little bit of a low, and I'm not a quitter. So I get up every day and I just push on and plow ahead, because como dicen aquí, no hay otra. So we need to keep going, right? But the shoulder went as well. And I first things in the morning, you may have similar situations happening all the time. And sometimes people stop coming to classes or stop being active in the group. And I know there's something wrong. Sometimes you just like absolutely can't have even a breath to take in the day. That's fine. But when I see that missing in action for days and weeks and end, I know there's something happening. And so I always try to reach out. And there's always something underlying. Natalie, this happened, or whatever, or I'm going through a toughie, or I can't get cracking again, And I felt that this week. I'm going to be super sincere with you guys. I felt like that all this week. Today, I'm a little bit more open to the fact that I'm going to switch this chip. I really have to. So that's why I'm wearing my t-shirt, to remind me of things that I have achieved in the past, and how, life is just absolutely brilliant depending on the way you see it. Now, the part of the process nobody talks about is this. Exactly what I'm talking to you now. The fact that things sometimes just are not working the way that you want them to. You look at yourself in the mirror, there's no shift. You look at yourself, the scales, there's no shift. You look at your measurements, there's no shift. You look at your photos, there's no shift. And you are absolutely so frustrated. Nothing's working. You're at a stage in your life that no matter what you try or you do, nothing is working. And that's been me for the last couple of weeks. And I have been tearing myself again a little bit apart about all this. And I woke up this morning and I said to myself, what are you doing? What are you doing? You tell all these amazing girls to draw lines, Sharpie lines, and move on. And what am I doing to myself? I am tearing myself apart every single day. What's happening? My belly's gone bloated, this and the other. And then, it could be anything. It could be hormonal. It could be the effects of those 2 weekends that are really, because with these weekends, there also comes the drop in sugar after, the food and the alcohol, and your body wants to have more of that. So the cravings are insane. Sometimes you give in to them, sometimes you don't. In general, this is really, with the shoulder as well, it's really put a dent into my journey. Will it stop me? No, hell no. But it really has affected me the last 2 weeks. So I'm just the same girl as you guys when you are struggling. Absolutely the same. What I would say, however, is I am never a quitter, and you guys aren't either. We don't quit. We just wake up every single morning, and yeah, we might not be able to have that spring in our step, but I keep pushing hard. So guess what I'm trying to say is, I've just remembered what that could be. I just remembered. I've got to go, guys. I'll be back in a moment. I just remembered I've got to push the car out of the garage. Oh gosh, they're gonna do something in the garage. I'll catch you later. Remember, this conversation is still ongoing. Give me your wins of the week. Love you and leave you. I'll catch you later.